It's Mark from Uber Rock Television. We're backstage here at the Limelight, and I'm pleased to say we are joined by a man who can genuinely be described as a living legend, Mr. Graham Bonnet.
I'm a legend. Yes, I am.
A legend.
I'm a legend.
A legend from Skegness.
Hello there. Hello, everybody. How are you? How you doing, man?
I believe this is your first time ever on this tour performing on the island of Ireland.
With this tour, yes. The last time I was here in 1968 with my cousin and I. We were called the Marbles, and we had a record out called Only One Woman at that time, written by the Bee Gees. And we came here. We did about 4 gigs, and I remember I got sick and had to go home because it's very foggy here. So this is the only time. Yeah, the only time I've been to Ireland was in 1968. And now this is my return, which is great.
A long-awaited return.
It's no
more years.
But anyway,
4 years.
It's a long time. It's a long.
It's not so foggy. It's a bit cold tonight.
No, it's cold, but it was. It's nice to be back and see the green grass and the sheep and all that kind of stuff. We've been travelling today and travelled through a lot of beautiful countryside.
Yeah.
It's been great.
Sheep you'd be familiar with because, of course, you were in Wales last weekend for Hard Rock Hell.
Yes, we were. Yes, a lot of sheep there too.
That's an amazing show, by the way. Really enjoyed it.
Oh, thank you. Yeah, it was fun. It was probably the most rushed thing I've ever done. Well, for a while, but we weren't ready to go on and just get on there and do it. So no sound check, nothing. Just straight on and bish bash bosh. It was good. Yeah. It's good to do it that way sometimes. It's a bit of a surprise, you know.
You have to. Festivals.
Very ad lib, so it's good.
Okay. You've a new album, right?
Yes.
Double album.
Yes, it is. Yes.
Half of it's new songs.
Yeah.
And half of it's re-recordings.
Right.
I have to say one thing, Graham. I noticed this at Hard Rock Hell, and I've noticed it with the album, is the change in your voice.
Oh, really?
Your voice is a lot deeper these days.
Oh, I can get very used to it. It's thicker. It has an amount of thickness.
And I noticed with the re-recordings of the songs, and particularly when you performed it live as well, you've sort of down-tuned or brought everything down.
We do everything
Is that to reflect your maturity now?
No, I mean, we always detuned way back, so we'd always take things down in semitone, say for an E, we'll go to E flat, because it gives you that time to breathe, because when you're in the studio, obviously you can say, oh, can you just stop a minute? Okay, and now we'll do the second part of the song, whatever. Whereas live, you can't do that. You have to just keep on going. So a lot of people take it down a whole step, detune a whole step, but we do detune a half step on most things. But I remember back in the 60s, we did the same thing, because it gives you air, because you're walking around. You know what I mean? When you're on stage, you're walking around and you're doing things that you wouldn't normally do when you're singing. So it's I think.
Yeah, it's the difference between a rock and roll star and say an opera star who's just standing there going.
Because they stand there, they don't move around. They don't, they don't deal with an audience. They don't do any kind of shtick. You know what I'm saying? So it's a different animal. Live and recorded, completely different.
Let's say the new album, half of it's re-recordings, but also a lot of the great songs and some obscure ones from your back catalogue. There's a couple of songs on there people wouldn't have thought of you re-recording it instantly, but really, really work. The album's called The Book.
Yeah.
Earlier this year, there was an authorised biography brought out the story behind the shades.
Yeah, that should be out soon. I don't think that's
out. It's not out now. It came out in March.
No, it's not out until.
It's for sale on Amazon at £50 a pop.
No,
it is.
No, it's not.
No,
it's not. It might be listed, but it's not for sale.
It's not on sale.
It doesn't exist yet.
Yeah, the book isn't done yet. The book, the thing you're talking about, not the album. The book, the actual. It's not prepared, so it's on its way. People might be ordering it or whatever, but it's not complete yet.
So there's anybody looking this up on Amazon, don't order it. It's £50.
Is it?
No. But what I want to do, and it's a lot of rock stars, obviously they write their own autobiographies or pretend to.
Yeah.
They use ghostwriters. You've used the guy that has been writing your fanzine and so on for years. Yes. And it's an ultimate intimate insight. Yeah. But what I want to, your album's called The Book.
Yeah.
And as we said, half of it's re-recordings.
Yeah.
Is it a companion piece to the book?
Well, not really, but it could be. I mean, it should be, shouldn't it? But
it seems to be a coincidence.
Yeah, it is a bit of a coincidence. But there's one song on the album called The Book, so that's why we called it The Book. And I suggested to Steve Wright, who's writing the book about me, a while back, to actually have a leather-bound look to it, like a Bible kind of thing, which we have on the CD on the album right now. So it's changed now. There's actually a photograph going to be on the front, but it's. I'm looking forward to reading it myself because this book has taken God, about 6 years to actually get on the road. And it got some really nice old photographs in there, and the whole story from my birth to now, really, basically. But he's waiting for me to die, and then he can write the obituary, you know. But I hope not.
No, that's not happening for a wee while.
No.
No imitations of mortality, just quite yet. You're out in Europe, as I said, in a minute, promoting the album. You've got a band that you've been working with for a wee while now. Say we saw them at Hard Rock Hell, type of band.
Oh, good.
You've worked with some amazing guitar players over the years, Michael Schenker, Richie Blackmore, Yngwie Malmsteen. So how difficult do you think it is for your backing band to emulate great musicians like that? Or do you not even try the attempt to ask them to do that and put their own interpretation and stuff?
Yeah, the latter. I mean, you shouldn't kind of look to, be like you were. I like to be like we are. You know what I'm saying? And so this, I think, has a very modern sound, the new band, because they're younger people, for one thing. And I'm the old guy. And so it's nice to have the same elements of the old stuff in the new album. There's elements of like Alcatraz or Rainbow on the new album, but it has a little twist. There's something that you say, this is new, And I'm very proud of the songs. The band played excellent, the fucking recordings are marvelous, I think. I was uncertain. But I listen again now. Once you're recording something, you don't want to hear it again for a million years. Well, I've heard it because the guys in the band are playing it now and again to listen, make sure they think it's okay too. So I hear it, and it's not bad. It's not bad at all.
Yeah, I must admit, listening to it, if you listen to it blind, you wouldn't know. You'd recognise your voice, but you wouldn't know it was a young band. They sound very mature as well, very accomplished musicians. Yeah. So well, it's an excellent album, and I really enjoyed it.
I mean, a bunch of great musicians. What can I say?
I'm conscious we're running out of time, and you're due on stage very soon. I did mention the name Richie Blackmore. There is one question I want to ask you. Richie, of course, recently returned to rock and roll after a long period away from it. Were you invited to, or were you tempted to become involved in his return?
Well, if I'd been asked, sure, but I didn't think I would be asked. I don't think Richie really put together a band that was going to attract many people, to be honest with you. If he wanted people to come to see the gigs, I think he should have included possibly like Roger Glover or Don Airey, at least two of the old members of Rainbow, to actually attract an audience. I wasn't expected to be asked to sing in any way. I remember when this was going down years ago, Ronnie Deal was still alive, and I was speaking to Joe Turner, and he was saying like, I think he will choose me because we have more hits, with I Surrender and whatever else that Joe did. And I said, I don't think so, Joe. I think if he's going to put a band together, it will be with Ronnie. It won't be with me, it won't be with you. It'll be Ronnie and probably Bob Daisley or whomever. But I think Richie just put a thing together. I think he kind of threw it together just to go out there to see if it would work. And as far as I know, it wasn't satisfactory for him, and he's gone back to what he was doing before with his wife.
I think, personally speaking, that yourself, Joe Turner, Ian Gillan, all doing a big set. I mean, he did two festivals and an indoor show. The likes of that would have been phenomenal.
Well, yeah, I mean,
show.
that would have
you guys all.
Yeah, I mean, that's what should have happened, but we don't need money, and that's. He did a cheap and cheerful thing. I'm sorry, Richie. I think he did a little bit, but good luck to him. Maybe he'll try again sometime. But I think he's really happy at doing the music with his wife. I really do, and he deserves that because he always wanted to do music that was kind of folky and Jethro Tull-like. Even when I was in the band, he said, "Could you play guitar on this while I play cello?" I said, "Wait, what?" This is when we had Since You've Been Gone Out. He wanted to play cello. And that was his new thing, to play cello and do something very folky and oldie, worldy, Englishy thing, you know what I mean? And I said, well, okay, what do you want to do? But it never came to that. But now he's got his wish, and he's with Blackmore's Night, and I wish him the best of luck with that. But I'd love to work with him again one day if we ever said, Graham, do you want to come and sing a couple of tunes? Absolutely. Yeah.
That sounds like a good note to end on. The door is always open for Graham Bonnet to go back to Rainbow and work with Richie Blackmore.
Yeah, just a quick one.
Congratulations on the new album. Congratulations on the tour. You're sounding brilliant.
Thank you, man.
This is Mark from Uber Rock. Keep her lit. Keep her between the hedges.
Hey.